you doing? Good morning. Trust our night was good. And so today we'll be looking into our Daily Light Devotional. Topic which says, Come the way you are. Today being the 24th of February 2023, I'll be looking into the memory verse which says, For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Book of Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12. Now, Matthew chapter 22 verse 1 to 14. It says, the parable in our text today did justice to this discussion. When the feast was ready, the great people that were invited came up with some excuses. So he sent his servant to go and invited the nobodies, the poor, maimed, foolish, and all sorts. However, in verse 11, the master was mad to see a man who came the way he was when he was called from the slum. He decreed that the man be thrown out of the party. When Pharaoh called for prisoner Joseph, even though the call met him as a prisoner, he had to change his garments and appearance before he appeared before the king. You must change the disposition of your heart if you must be useful to God. You must use the tool of God's gifts, potentials, grace, and favor that he gave you at salvation to change yourself if you must party with God. It is dangerous to remain in the same place God picked you from. I will take this line again. It says, it is dangerous to remain in the same place God picked you from. Paul in the memory verse stated that in God's timeline, there is a reason you should have become teachers, yet you still remain a student. Don't be deceived. There is no partiality in God. If it is true that you have encountered God's grace, then it must take you out of that addiction, laziness, confusion, mess, sin, and your old life. I don't think we are getting this. It says, if it is true that you have encountered God's grace, then it must take you out of that addiction, laziness, confusion, mess, sin, and your old life. It is an abuse of grace to remain in the things, life, and environment that God saved you from, which is from the book of Romans chapter 6 verse 1 to 2. What shall we say then? Shall we go on sinning so that grace may increase? By no means. We are those who have died to sin. How can we live in it any longer? Many believers have been saved for years, yet they have nothing to do in their local church. This has nothing to do with full-time ministry. All believers should be able to preach to others and teach others the scripture. You don't have to be an apostle to be able to teach. As a husband, you must be able to lead the family devotion. Our meditation for today, it says, you must change the disposition of your heart if you must be useful to God. The disposition of your heart, what your heart entails, what it encompasses, what you have, what you understand with God, what you really know about what Christianity really means, what it has to offer. What do you have to offer? Not that you just have to have it in mind that, okay, I just know God, and the normal thing for me is just for me to attend to church service or probably just read my Bible. There should be more. There should be more to it.
I trust you have been blessed by today's devotional. Of course, don't forget to catch up with us again tomorrow. And also, if you'd like to partner with us in printing the daily devotional and giving people for free, please just make sure you find the information below. Once again, thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.